Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the Resco product webinar related to the newest features for the version number 17.2. My name is Eduard Kesely, I'm Principal Product Manager, and I will be hosting this product webinar with my colleague Adela. She's a product designer, and we will walk you through the newest advancements in our products. I believe at first it's very essential to recap how our portfolio is structured. The core of our technology is providing mobility for the businesses. With Mobile App Development Toolkit and mobile solutions, we enable app makers to deliver the industry-leading mobile solutions and experiences for Microsoft Power Platform, Microsoft Dynamics 365, and Salesforce. And with productivity line of products such as Power Components and Power Solutions, which are used on Microsoft Power Platform, and are helping app makers to deliver faster and cheaper and lower costs. So what kind of features we have invested for this release? With this release, we are making our application much more ready for the future. We focused on the internal improvements, bug fixing, and making our application much more stable. Adding more functionalities into the Woodford, into our mobile application and questionnaires module. And also investing a lot into the user experience and synchronization. For the mobile solutions, our pre-configured blueprints from where you can start building your own frontline experiences, we have made available the new Property Plus, which is a package focused on the inspection in the housing industry. For the Power Solutions, which are more complex and more powerful functionalities for Power Platform, we are working on improving the onboarding experience. And lastly, the Power Components, which are enhancing Power Platform by set of new building blocks, such as Kanban board, tree view. There will be the new batch released by the end of October. So let's start with the first feature, which is called Detect Unused Fields. One of the multiple things why our customers love us is a synchronization engine. But why is that? Customers and partners want to have a solution which simply works for their users. They want to have a functional application for the frontline workers. They want to save time, want to save money and costs for the storage and improve their fields process. That's why we are focusing on the improvements which are related to the synchronization engine. Because synchronization at the end of the day is influencing speed and cost related to the business process. So, what is the problem here? What we are trying to solve is sometimes backend systems, they often synchronize unnecessary fields, and which is causing slower synchronization times, and this also causes delays and frustrating users at the end of the day. So now we are providing a very handy tool for admins who can now see where and how each field is used within the whole project. Therefore, admin can utilize this information and improve the synchronization filter and exclude unnecessary fields. This leads to the faster access to the information, more responsive application, decrease in the synchronization times, and decrease in the system load. So with this feature, it is capable of identifying which fields are being used at the moment and where. You can also exclude unused fields for the synchronization filter. You can even define a whitelist of essential fields for the synchronization filter. And at the end of the day, optimize the synchronization process. The second feature is called Aztec Code Support. Our application is being used in multiple scenarios. Customers are using our application for collecting or viewing a lot of information. And this information can come from multiple sources, such as barcodes or QR codes or NFC tags or any other. So the problem we are trying to solve here is that we have been not able to scan Aztec format codes. So we have added support for such type of codes. These codes can carry more data, they are more compact than QR codes, and are even more error-proof. These codes are also used often mainly in the airlines industry, warehousing, and utilities. We even have changed the whole internal library for scanning of the codes. We are enabling technicians and mobile users to scan such kind of code formats. Just to imagine how the Aztec code look like, on the left side you see the standard and most used QR codes. On the right side, these are the possible and potential format of the Aztec codes. To give you the example also how it works, imagine that you have any form which includes such fields where the input can be a barcode or QR code or Aztec code, and simply by clicking on the icon, which will launch the device camera, and our application is from now on ready to scan and get data from the Aztec codes as well. The next one is global constant for Woodford project. Each customer has a unique configuration of our mobility. And therefore for us it is important to invest also into such features which are helping partners and customers to manage the configuration easily. That's why we are introducing the global constant for the Woodford projects. So the problem here is that it can be very time consuming to update and to manage multiple derived projects and update every single view or form individually. So we added the possibility to set the global constant, which is available in Woodford configuration for every single project. It is accessible on multiple places such as rules and JS Bridge. And at the end of the day, this solution should reduce the workload for partners and customers to customize and manage project manually on different places by just defining the global constant once, so the partners can quickly create and manage specialized versions of their verticals such as HVAC or lifts. The next one is delete signature after generating report. When the signature is captured, the stored signature can pose privacy or storage concerns and issues after the report is generated, such as reusage of the signatures or changing the values after signing and other type of issues. We are bringing the new setting which will automatically discard signature after signing of the report. This feature also is able to remove the signature from the database to save the storage, but the signature will stay on the report itself. This feature ensures compliance with the legal requirements by removing stored signature from the database, saving space, and prompting users to require signing the report again after generating of the new one or changing any kind of data. The next one would be some set of multiple improvements for our questionnaires module. This is our best functionality within the mobile application development toolkit, and there are more improvements which we are investing into on this release. The first feature is find mandatory questions within the questionnaire, which improves the submission rate and job efficiency for the questionnaire user. Problem here was that sometimes it happened that when a questionnaire was long enough, there was 100 of questions, and some of the questions which has been required, there was a problem of finding them. The solution here is that there will be automatic focus on the mandatory question that needs any attention, as you can see on the video. After the completing of the questionnaire, it will focus you on the specific type of question which is not being filled out but requires any attention and need to be filled out before completing questionnaire. The next one is bulk publish of the questionnaire templates. So the problem here is that some users were not able to delete multiple historical versions of any single questionnaire template. The solution here is that managing questionnaires in bulk has become much easier. We added multi-select in the version history with the possibility to delete and export questionnaire templates. We also added multi-select for publishing of multiple templates at once. So questionnaire designer user can perform management actions for this all selected questionnaire templates at once, and even when deleting templates, the designer now checks for any unanswered questionnaires that depends on the templates and warns user. The next one is create the new record from the questionnaire. The problem here is that manual creation of the new asset or any single record after installation is time-consuming and prone to errors. So we added the new solution, create the new record from the questionnaire. I personally like this much because our questionnaire module is becoming all-in-one solution when it comes to the field operations. We added data mapping functionality to create the new record directly from the questionnaire. So with one tap, frontline worker can add and create the new record and create it in the CRM system, accurately capturing all the required things like what has been installed, with all the details, with the serial numbers, with the customer information, and much more. It also saves a lot of time, ensures data accuracy, and allows mobile users to move to the next job much faster. Now, Adela, what are the newest UX and UI improvements and capabilities?
So let's stay in the questionnaire designer. Until now, when user opened a template in the questionnaire editor, a lot of options were screaming for their attention. All the text, icons and features all around, and they didn't know what to pay attention to. So now, user can collapse the left and the right pane if they want to focus on editing the content or the logic, which are the most important jobs to be done. And then, of course, they can reopen them anytime, even by clicking an icon of a specific tab. The same can be done in the grid editor, where user can collapse the left pane and the right pane as well. The grid editor is a place where usually you need more space to edit the grid. And in the questionnaire library, you can collapse the left pane as well. For example, if you don't want to use the filters or if you simply have a smaller screen. In this release, we have also improved something in the Resco Suite. Until now, when you install the Resco Suite application to your environment, this was the very first screen that you saw, and the navigation in the left. None of them really helping you to understand or to navigate. And especially if you were a new or trial user and you didn't know the Resco terminology, you didn't know what to interact with because you didn't know what does each tool do. So we have divided all the tools into logical groups, which are now displayed in the navigation pane, as well as on the new homepage, together with a short description of each tool. And the Learn section at the top of the new homepage provides links to useful knowledge articles, knowledge materials on Resco Wiki, Academy, on the webinars. And when the user clicks on any item in the left navigation, the tool opens inline, preventing interaction with multiple browser windows. Let's go back to the Woodford. The theme editor was already improved last year when we added the functionality of color tokens. Maybe you remember. However, it still needed some love because quite a lot of color properties were missing in the preview. So when you change the values of some properties in the right pane, the change didn't always reflect in the preview. And also if you wanted to change the color of, let's say, the foreground of an element by clicking on it in the preview, you were not sure whether you were clicking the foreground or the background of the element, because the system didn't give you any kind of feedback. So the improvement is simple here. We simply added all the missing color properties to the preview. For example, card colors, segmented buttons, the chips and the supporting text, and even more. And the tooltips with the names of the properties are now displayed on mouse over. In this release, we were also thinking about prospects. If someone wanted to understand what Resco does, they could start the demo experience in the mobile CRM application. However, the design of the demo was slightly outdated, and it only showcased a limited number of features. Now, everyone can understand the value of Resco Mobility in a simple and efficient way. In the mobile CRM, the user can start the demo experience and see, for example, the calendar functionality, the route planner, or see the list of contacts. Maybe try to see how the guides can look like. Or try to fill out a questionnaire, or maybe review some completed questionnaires. Then they can view a generated inspection report. Or at the bottom, try the timesheet functionality. If you need more information, detailed release notes can be found on the Resco wiki. Just use this link or scan the QR code. And at the same time, I would like to remind you to consider joining the preview testing community. Each month you'll be able to install the preview update and test the new features and capabilities as soon as they are finished. That was everything from my side, and now let's hear your questions.
Exactly. This is one of the components that we are already working on, so it will be available soon. It will cover the use cases of planning, filtering. It will be, first of all, for the model-driven applications on the Power Platform, but we are also considering option to deliver the Canvas version.
So basically what we did before this update, there was nothing on the homepage of the Resco Suite. And Resco Suite is a managed solution on the app source, what we are providing. And what we did, we have prepared the onboarding page or homepage consisting mainly of the links, how to quick start. And there is a lot of links to the learning material. And also there are quick links regarding the description of the tools which are included in the Resco Suite. But this is just the first version. We would like to improve this navigation page. So basically it's much more simpler, it's much more descriptive. And basically anybody who would like to try the Resco Suite can really quickly onboard and can really quickly start playing with the Resco Suite itself. From our side and from the customer side, nothing is needed, basically, from the user point of view. This feature works as it was working before, but right now it's much more capable and can easily scan also the QR codes or Aztec codes. So everything is transparent from the user perspective. There is no need for any kind of migration or changing in the projects.